want to thank the LIA first for the support. That was their goal in getting everybody in our association to go along to put the system in. You know, some people are a little resistant, don't use the marina as much as I do. Just to give you an idea, the marina is something like the hot hole we talk about downtown. We have an enclosed marina. We have about 10 slips in it, and just has an opening to the lake to the southeast, so we don't get much flow in there. And it's always been a pretty messy looking body of water ever since I moved in, and I knew we needed to do something about it, and we don't have any flow, and so the aeration system seemed like an ideal solution for us. And you know, with the support from the LIA, I think it's something that's good. I'm not sure we're adding anything to the lake. Now, in terms of what we're seeing, it's hard to judge because the lake looks so good this year, which is, you know, very positive. We went down to the park office and got the latest numbers, and while they're not ready to send us jumping in the lake, they were good. But we do have a comparison that we've always used, and that is the waterway that runs past the old Ohio Marina and past the 4-H camp, and so we use that as our comparison. And we've noticed, and you know, I have to judge whether I'm being over-optimistic because we did this, and so I've gotten other people's opinion to look at it, and we're much better. For the first time in 3 years, I'm able to see down at least 6 inches, which is really surprising. But then we could see down a little bit in the lake near us too. We also have a beach that we look at in comparison, and it's better. But the most dramatic thing, I think, that I've noticed this year is there's no fish coming in, swimming around in our marina, and all of a sudden looking drunk and flopping around. I haven't had to get my net out to fish them out and throw them back in the lake so they can breathe. But and we do have a lot more fish than we had before. And you know, the 4th of July is always a traumatic event for our heron, and it usually takes him about a month to show up again after the 4th of July. But he's out there this morning fishing. And another thing I noticed is that, you know, I would sit for hours watching him fish and not see him pull anything up. Now I only have to sit there about 10 minutes, so he's a pretty healthy bird right now. And we saw, I don't know if that were the perch that were released, but my wife said she saw just more than she could count, little 2-inch minnows swimming around in our marina, which is good too. So we haven't had any blooms, and it's just looking really good, and we're really pleased with the system. We think that anybody that has a problem with enclosed water, this is an ideal solution. It's real easy to put in. It was hardly any work at all for me, and the guys that put it in, Diversified Pond Systems, you know, they were there maybe a half hour, and then they came back to modify it for a mechanically handicapped person like myself, so that I can handle it year in and year out. Put on a nice special valve for me to attach and detach our little pump. So I recommend for anyone that has a problem like I do, you know, with the LIA supporting that, you have a little bit of a leverage if you have a resistant member in your association, or if it's just an individual. It sure helped us out. Hardly cost us as individuals anything, and I think it's well worth the little bit of cost that it cost us. So thank you very much, LIA.